Hi Blendies, welcome back to Blendverse Review. So today, as I apparently posted in my community a couple days ago, I got this guy for approximately 75 US dollars, which is insane when it comes to price. It's definitely a steal. It's not easy to get anymore. This thing has been long gone, and I mean not too long, but it's really hard to get, and the price is skyrocketing, and you know, 75 bucks for this guy, just gonna tell you it's an absolute steal. I really do like this figure, besides some of the things, some minor issues I have with this figure, as I got this new in box, which means this guy was stuck inside the box for a couple years, and there are some definitely downsides of that for keeping figures new in box. I mean, but still I'm the first one to open this guy from the package. That's the cool thing. And this is not a review, as I mentioned in my post previously. It's gonna be a showcase where I handle my figures more gently than what I do in the review usually, because if there are any figures that are extremely or somewhat fragile, or if I do really take a great care of them, I told my subs already that I'm gonna do showcase instead of review for those figures that I really truly take care of, and this has to be one of them. It seems quite fragile for some parts, so yeah. Let's get straight into this. So the detail of this guy is definitely amazing. I mean, I'm not sure if a lot of people would like to see the design of the box, but it's quite simple. Look at that. Some description here. 3-0 over here. This guy's hard to stand on his own, so just gonna keep it like that. So if you look to the head sculpt, it's quite nicely done. These eyes are actually made out of, like a clear plastic at the surrounding. That is because you can put the batteries on top of the head and press this white switch over here to turn the LED on for this guy. But unfortunately, I don't really have the battery that's suitable for this guy. I have a battery cell in my home, but I found out that it's actually smaller. I need a bigger one, bigger battery cell to be used for this guy, so that's a bit unfortunate. Maybe in the shorts video I might upload it after I get the new batteries sometime soon. Who knows? But the details are pretty cool. Look at that. Love those textures. I'm not a huge fan of 3-0 figures, honestly, nor am I not really a 12-inch figure collector, or 1/6 scale to be specific. Besides, for those figures that I actually find quite interesting and really good. Pretty cool. Here. A lot of details here. Lots and lots of details. I love how you can see all those wrinkle kind of pattern for almost everywhere in this figure. It's really cool. When I feel it, the painting, some of the parts are kind of roughly textured, which I'm not a big fan of, but still it looks nice, and I buy my figures for display purpose only, so I don't give a too much thing, But regarding the new in box figure that I mentioned at the beginning, the downside of this guy being new in box that I got, the weather's kind of hot outside here nowadays. It's almost the end of summer now, but it is still hot. It's over 30 degrees here. Maybe that is the reason why the painting kind of chipped off, or kind of melted a bit, should I say, when this guy was on my way through the package delivery thing, Or maybe since this guy didn't got any fresh air for a couple of years, that's why this thing kind of happened. It's a bit unfortunate. And when it comes to these figures, which look really cool outside, the downside of these figures generally, like 3-0 Iron Man that I got before, this is what I really don't like about it. They just keep the molded, the basic plastic color at the inside of the figure. I mean, you really display it, and you're not going to display it, exposing the inner side of this figure anyway. Yes, that's true, but maybe a bit of painting could have done for the bottom part, or for the hidden parts where you don't really see when you display. especially these shoulder pads as well. It's really unfortunate because easy paint chipping and it looks a bit unfinished in my opinion. That's why I wasn't really a huge fan of 3.0, but apparently this guy has a similar paint scheme just like the other ones that I got previously. So that's just a minus for me though. But still, if you just keep it in idle position, looks really superior, I'm gonna say that for sure. Really cool. Some of the parts doesn't come attached, like these claw-like hand accessory that it comes with, and some of the part of the skirt section doesn't come attached. The one at the back as well. So you are the one who have to attach it when you first open this guy. And really like these triangular pattern. This is really cool. Like the details are insane for this guy. I'm gonna say that for sure. Yeah, maybe because the backside of the skirt over here is exposed when you display it. They painted a foley at the backside of the skirt. Damn, I cannot pronounce today. At the backside of the skirt, since this thing is exposed when you display it, maybe that is the reason why they gave it a good paint job to hide the original color of the plastic of this figure, which was sky blue or light blue, as you saw before, on the inside of the head and the bottom part of the shoulder pad. They could have done something similar to the bottom side of the shoulder pad, at least, in my opinion. It just looks unfinished to me. It really does. It's just my opinion, so whatever you say, honestly. I mean, doesn't mean I hate this figure, right? Well, still pretty cool. The shoes reminds me of Killer Clowns, and this is really cool. Love how sharp these things are on the leg piece, the backside. Look at that. The flap, I don't know, unevolved wings or whatever this is. At the back here, really cool. The exposed joints, but nice paint job does it. It's good to hide the exposed joints. Really cool. So the general details are, it's fine for me. I like it. And when it comes to some articulation, just gonna be careful, really careful. It does move back, moves forward, and things. This piece over here moves up and down. Of course, the head swivels side to side. It's a ball joint. The shoulder pad, just like the Iron Man figures that they made previously, it's a ratchet joint. And you can... That was an insect on my hand just now. Damn, man. It's really squeaky, the joints here. And look how unfinished it looks at the inside of the arm as well. Maybe that could have been done a little bit. I mean, I don't really mind too much with the parts where you don't really see it, but still. The things... The torso section moves up and down, of course, side to side a bit. Rotates side to side as well. The skirt piece moves individually in ball joint, but it's kind of loose for some parts. The leg section drops down. It has a drop down joints, but I don't really want to move it because I checked the joints inside. It seems quite fragile. And I also have someone who I'm aware of behind all these YouTube stuff who also owned this figure. He told me to be extremely careful when you attach the skirt part, because the pegs where you have to attach the accessories or parts when you first open this figure is extremely fragile. Like the pegs over here for the skirt part as well, it's really fragile. So he broke it before, had to get it repaired for some money and things. So definitely do be careful, and I'm really thankful that he told me prior to this review or a showcase. I was able to be extremely careful when I first attached that part to the figure. The leg is on ball joint, the thigh swivel side to side, ratchet jointed, double jointed knees. So that is pretty much it for the articulation. Oh, also, regarding the claw section, you can open it like that. Look at that. It's quite detailed inside. I really like it. Yeah, the wrist moves too. The wrist on the left arm is quite meh for my figure. It's really stiff. There's a lot of stiff parts and loose parts. Kind of surprised that the condition of this guy is in new unboxed figure. for how loose and tight some of the joints are. It's kind of funny. I'm just gonna lay this guy down. He's gonna fall over time, trust me. And we also have some other stuffs to be shown. Man, these insects, dude. We have a tiny claw over here, which opens as well. Disgusting. Wow, look at the detail. And the big one, big as hell. Look at that, that's a flippin' knife. Damn, look at that, that is massive. Look at that. I think I could cook something with this thing, you know? We have a 3-0 base where you have to attach the separate part with a screw, which sucks. The base is on ratchet joint, but it is loose. It's really a loose ratchet jointed base, so it doesn't really help to keep this guy standing. And that's not really a good thing, considering the original price point of this guy, which I believe was nearly 300 USD. And for the price, the base, the quality of the base is just not really acceptable on my end. It could have been something better, much stronger, you know? You know those the bendy wire, like super thick base that they give for Iron Man figures? They could have definitely done something similar to this figure. Also, the claw at the base here just closes automatically, so not a big fan of that, to be honest. I mean, it's supposed to close, yes, that's true, but just closes too much. Definitely could have been better, but yeah, whatever. Well, since it's almost the end of the review, I'm turning my fan back on because I'm getting toaster bath in my room right now as I do a showcase for this guy. But still gonna tell you, this figure is quite cool, in my opinion. This is more like a showcase, not really a proper review video. I would have done and gave it a more energy to the video if this was a review, just like my usual videos, but just unboxed this guy as well, trying to show it to you guys. Extremely hot in my room without the fan on, and I didn't really want it to turn it on anyway because of the background noise I get all the times because of the fan, but whatever, here it is. Well, it's a cool figure, but is it really worth like paying 300 USD around there to get this guy? I'm not 100% sure with that, honestly. Yeah, could have been better, definitely regarding the painting and things, because I don't know, maybe it's just me who were not always really a fan with 3-0 figures, but because I do love kaiju figures and this is a rare piece and valuable piece as well, that's the reason why I got it. Otherwise, I might have not really got it in my collection, but I do not regret getting it at all. It is a cool figure. If I do have to rate it out of 10, I'm gonna give it a solid 8.2 to be very specific. Of course, the downside, some of the paint job, easy scuffs you get, and some painting, which seems quite unfinished in my opinion for the unexposed parts. That's not really visible when you display it. And the downside of the base as well, it's just not that great. But the LED light gimmick for this guy, which I will definitely try later, will definitely do a good thing. The articulations on this guy is just decent, but yeah, definitely could have been better for some parts. Well, yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I think the next video I'll come back with my Holy Grail figure that has been in my wish list for 3 to 4 years, the NECA Hellraiser 18-inch Chatterer. Once it arrives, gonna give it extremely good care and gonna do definitely an amazing video on that, guys, so stay tuned if you're a fan of horror or Hellraiser. So yeah, see you guys in the next video.
In Blood First we trust, joy with every bust, action figures in a row, bringing smiles as they glow. Superheroes on the shelf, each one made with love, unboxing magic every week, happiness we always seek. Living in a toy land, Plan First takes our hand, exploring every brand, action figures so grand.